The top 5 reasons diets fail. Number 1 is adherence, a lack of adherence. In fact, honestly, every single reason that diets fail could eventually be traced back to adherence. So that's kind of the umbrella that everything falls under. But if we look at different types of diets, even in meta-analyses of different types of diets, we see that none of them outperform each other. But when you stratify for adherence, there is a linear effect, regardless of diet type, on the effects on fat loss. So if you adhere to it, it will work. And the best diet for you is probably the one you can adhere to best. Now, Carbon helps with this because it allows for maximum flexibility in terms of dietary preference, in terms of using the diet planner, in terms of the check-ins. And so that really allows you to choose a diet that you can adhere to better, and you can change it over time. That's the great thing. So maybe at certain points of the year, it's easier for you to do a little bit higher fat diet. Other points of the year, maybe it's a little bit easier to do a higher carb diet. You can change it based on your preferences in Carbon. Number 2, mindset. A lot of people enter a diet as just a diet. And if you don't enter it as a lifestyle, it's not going to work. And that's why not only in-app do you have, again, the opportunity to choose a dietary preference that works best for you and your individual psychology, but we also offer our customer support team, which are excellent in terms of if you have questions, they can answer it for you. We have a really great Facebook group that can help with mindset. We have email blasts and onboarding that help you. So we really try to provide a lot of support around this because it cannot just be a diet. If you have it as it's a diet, and once I'm done, then you're never going to have long-term success because you have to maintain that mindset, that identity that you used to lose weight in order to maintain that weight loss. 3, sustainability. And this, again, can kind of fall in line with adherence and mindset, but so many people pick diets because it's the flavor of the month. Low carb, fasting, plant-based, whatever it may be. Well, the great thing about Carbon is we don't pigeonhole you to any one diet because we know some people love intermittent fasting. So we don't make you eat 4 meals a day. We don't make you eat 5 meals a day. You can pick however many meals you want to eat per day. That's another setting with ours. You can go in and pick how many meals you want to eat per day. So you want to eat 7 meals? Great. You want to eat 1 meal? Great. You can change it in Carbon. You want to do low carb? Great. We have low carb setting. You want to do high carb? You can do high carb. We have that setting, or low fat. We also have balanced. We have plant-based. We have ketogenic. Any number of things. And even within those things, you can shimmy the macros to be more towards what you personally prefer. And that is going to help with sustainability of the diet because you can select the diet that feels the least restrictive for you. Number 4, events and vacations. This is something not talked about enough, but so many people fall off the wagon on vacation or during events. It either slows their progress, stops their progress, or they go backwards. And to be frank, guys, it's never going to be a case where there's not events throughout the year. Even once you get through the holidays, then there's Valentine's Day, and then there's spring break if you got kids, and then there's summer barbecues, there's Memorial Day, there's Labor Day, you have anniversaries, you have weddings, you have vacations during the summer, and then all of a sudden, pretty soon you're almost back to the holidays again. And so if you have to have things perfectly set up where there's no events that come up, good luck. So in order to help with this, one big feature of Carbon I love using is the diet planner because you can have high and low days. So for example, if you know that you have an event on this weekend, let's say it's your anniversary with your wife or your spouse or whatever, and you want to take them out to eat, but you're on a diet. Well, cool. You can allot more calories to that day, and Carbon will automatically lower the other days so that you can still hit your calorie target for the week, still make progress, but not miss out on that fun stuff with your spouse or family or whatever it is. And then finally, 5, a lack of planning. A lot of people just kind of wing it. And while that can work with Carbon because it has maximum flexibility, planning can help. And again, that goes back to the diet planner as well as the recipe builder feature where you can build your own recipes. You can even take a meal that you eat a lot and you can turn it into a recipe so that if you always know that you eat the same breakfast, boom, just take it, put it into a recipe, and then boom, put it in every day. You don't have to put the individual ingredients in. So we really try to make it simple and easy. And also, we now have a recipe share feature where you can share it with other users. So if you find something you like that another user is doing, you can share it, use that recipe, make that recipe, and now you have got food that is conducive to you hitting your goals. So those are the top 5 reasons that diets fail and all the ways that carbon can help.